Congressman Chuck Fleischmann of Tennessee. Congressman, I have to say, why is this even necessary from the president? This sounds like not only is he still thinking strongly about an emergency nationally, but it might not be going well inside that committee. What's happening?
Well, I understand the president's frustration, and let's face it, he is right. We are actually constructing a wall in this country. This is for additional wall. So I think he's being very factual and very honest with the American people. But let me say this. The reference to the fact that there is no wall money in the committee is wrong. The Democrats on the committee have a proposed draft allegedly basically not providing for wall funding. But that's not our position. The Republicans want wall funding, whether it be Senate Republicans or House Republicans.
All right.
And I believe that many Democrats would actually allow wall funding if Nancy Pelosi would let them negotiate the way that the committee is designed to negotiate.
Okay. That just blew my mind because I believe, and we know that the president was saying Democrats with no wall funding. No one's accusing Republicans of not having any. But unless I am wrong about this, you guys have to reach a deal. So even if all of you want wall funding and the Democrats don't, you're at an impasse here. And oh, by the way, is this an independent group of people, Congressman Fleischmann, or are they still taking orders from Nancy Pelosi, somebody not in the room, somebody who has a wall in her state and has indicated no, she wouldn't tear that down? Is that who they're listening to?
Well, unfortunately, I can't speak for the Democrats. I know
you're
Speaker
in the room.
Pelosi
is that what they're saying?
Well, they're in the room, but they're not saying that. We had a meeting the other day that was very cordial, very forthright. We heard from our friends on both sides of the aisle and in both chambers. And let me say this. In deference to our great leadership, Leader McCarthy has given us tremendous autonomy in terms of talking about this. I am independent to advocate for wall funding. I'm independent in terms of my negotiation. So I applaud Kevin McCarthy for the way that he's allowed this committee to work its will. I am imploring Nancy Pelosi, let this committee work its will. We will get this done. We are appropriators. We can settle this issue in 15 minutes if we were allowed to do it.
All right, let's hear from the president on Nancy Pelosi from moments ago.
Honestly, I don't think she has a clue. I really don't. I don't think Nancy has a clue. And I see that when she says walls are immoral. She doesn't have, she doesn't know. And I wish she did, because she's hurting this country so badly.
She's weighing in. I've been asking all week what chilling effect that might have on negotiations when you tell me, Congressman Fleischmann, that there are some Democrats who might join you with some border funding. Clearly, they can see it works in 600 miles of places, so that makes sense. If the president has to do this with a national emergency, are the waters changing politically to help him get that done without much challenge? What do you think?
Well, I'm going to continue to believe in the process. We have this Joint Select Committee, which we've used these committees before. This is constitutionally designed, Harris, to work the way that our founding fathers wanted it to work. What I mean by that is the Senate and House sit down, work out an agreement, and then it goes to the White House. That's very fundamentally important to our government, to our great republic. Unfortunately, when leadership gets involved in a detrimental way, and I have to respectfully call out Speaker Pelosi, her rhetoric is counterproductive to letting this work. Now, I will say this. She showed today that she is willing to let a vote come out on the House floor if the committee does come up with a product. I think this is showing that she's perhaps retreating from her untenable position that she had earlier. So bear this in mind so the American people know. If Republicans and Democrats in that room, and I'm one of them, can work our will, get a product that works, it will go to both chambers for a vote. So if we can get a compromise, something that builds the wall, keeps America safe, we can get a vote on the House floor.
Congressman, I've got to scoot, and I know you do too. You got 14 days from today. You're facing another partial government shutdown, potentially, if not only a national crisis. Can you get it done?
Yes, ma'am. I'm the eternal optimist. I want to be America's cheerleader. The American people are watching us. I am always a can-do person. I believe our president is a can-do president. Let's get down to work, try to get this done, and then we'll move this country forward.
Well, the president is bringing his pulpit, his bully pulpit from the White House. He is flooding the zone with his messaging. We'll see if that gets anything and puts pressure on this to get it done, too. I like your optimism. Congressman Fleischmann of the great state of Tennessee, thank you for your time.
Yes, ma'am.